Good morning. It's day 3 here on Crooked Lake. We just had breakfast, which was oatmeal and coffee, and we've packed up the tent and just kind of tidying everything up. Set the tarp up last night because it rained off and on a couple times. Very light rain, and it's been doing the same today. And the clouds are pretty gray, and there's some blue sections, like straight up there, a little bit of blue, and then gray again. So I think it's going to be on and off showers maybe all day. The wind died down a lot as well last night. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. Going up Head River into Canoe Lake, I believe. This is the start of the Head River going into Victoria Lake. There's an entrance up there. This is the start of the Head River. It closes up pretty quickly. We're not too sure what we'll find. It's hard going already. Okay, so I think we got to push through these alders. Path goes left, but that's more the direction we want to go, so we're going to try this way. That's looking out towards Crooked Lake. This is the first beaver dam we pulled up and over, and that's kind of the direction we're heading. Not too sure if we go to the left first. I guess we'll just take the path that's got the most water. This should be fun. Okay, so we've kind of pushed through the weeds that way, and the river's starting to open up. There's another beaver dam there, but I think we're in the right direction. So we've come that way towards Crooked Lake, and second beaver dam, and it's starting to open up a lot better, a lot more. So I think we're on the right route. Gus is trying to grab sticks. Yeah, so I think we're on the right route. This is beaver dam number 3. We just pulled up and over. Losing the boat. And water keeps getting deeper and it keeps opening up a bit more. Okay. This is the actual dam that we're going to portage around. It's only 25 meters. And the portage is straight ahead. This is the start of the 230 portage. Goes around some rapids which are up that way. And there's a cairn to mark the path. Not sure where the trail is yet though. This is the other end of the 230 portage. There should be a bunch of beaver dams, and then it opens up into a pond, and then 210 portage. It's a hot and humid day. So I was wrong, there's no beaver dams in between here and the 210. The 230 just finished across there, and then just before it goes into the narrows, the weeds kind of open up a little bit to get to this docking point. A little bit of red tape in there, and then it portages along a canyon with some rapids at the far end. This is the rapids that we portaged around. During high water, you might be able to run it. This portage follows the ridge. Now we just finished the 210, and we go into these very thick alders, and there's a beaver dam straight ahead. Hopefully it opens up a little bit after this. So we just came through there. It's pretty closed in. It's probably the biggest beaver dam that we've pulled up over, and we're into some more water again. There's some dark clouds rolling over as well. We haven't got any rain yet, but expecting some. So I think we just pulled over the last very small dam, and it looks like it opens up into the pond before the last portage into Victoria. We just started the last portage into Victoria, and then that concludes the Head River. This is a 370 up this way, and the rapids are to the right. We are now on Victoria Lake. It's a long lake. The portage is down at that end. There's a few campsites on this lake. It's a pretty nice big lake. is Wolf Lake. I think it has a couple sites as well. And that's where we portage from. It goes to Head River. This is the start of the creek section, straight ahead before we get to the portage into the Peters Pond. And that's the start of the creek. Should be a beaver's dam, and then smooth sailing again. We just got to the portage into Peters Pond, and it's very overgrown. I believe the portage goes straight through there. We are now into Peters Pond. We got one more portage into Canoe Lake. A nice little pond, and portage is back that way. We are now on Canoe Lake. There's going to be a camp for the night, and then tomorrow is going to be to Devil's Lake, back to the car. The portage into Devil's Lake is at that end. This is camp for night 3 here on Sheldon Lake. Just got a fire going to cook some supper. We were going to camp on Canoe Lake, but we got there pretty early and decided to push on. One less portage for the morning. So we decided to come here instead. It's a busy place, so we were lucky to find a site. Here's a tent pad. The site doesn't really have great tent pads. They're all pretty uneven. Gus is very tired. Just laying on his sleeping bag. Even to find firewood, we had to go around the shoreline in the canoe and look for some. And then even then you could see people have done the same thing until we were able to find a little bit of wood. And this is the water access, which is pretty decent. It's really muddy in there, so there's a better access to get water. And that's just over here. Yeah, here's the water access. And we're on the campsite that's in between the channel, and then there's just a little bay back there. Yeah, it's got a nice breeze going through here, so the bugs aren't bad. Bugs haven't been bad this whole trip, which is nice. It's been really nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful sunset. So tonight for supper, our sidekicks with hamburger, dried peppers, tomatoes. Oh, what else is in there? Some mushrooms, and it's the white cheddar and broccoli sidekick. It's coming along nicely. It was a beautiful evening as well. This is the finished product of hamburger and sidekicks. And we got some crushed chili heat Doritos on there from previous days. And yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful sunset. A really nice campsite here. Good morning. It is day 4 here on Sheldon Lake. It's a very foggy morning. Just got the fire going, having some coffees right now. Gonna have some oatmeal for breakfast. And then head out to Devil Lake, and that's it. Oh, very foggy. The fog's burnt off now, and we're just heading to our last portage into Devil Lake, which is over this way. It's a very busy lake, lots of campers on this lake. Now this is the final portage into Devil's Lake. It's a 1400 meter. We're just going through this boggy area, and there's a few of these catwalks that we got to walk across. Or boardwalks that have sunken and kind of poorly been remade. Just kind of sinks with you. Not too bad. Did that in a couple carries. I think you can canoe through the center of this. and it meets back up with the portage, but I don't think we'll bother. It only saves a few 100 meters or so. Here's the 45 GMC to conclude our portage into Devil Lake. And so we just have to make our way across this lake. Lots of cottages on this lake, so we'll just cruise on down. Yeah, we made good timing with that portage. We are on Devil's Lake, so this concludes our 4-day trip. It was an awesome trip. The weather was great, the bugs weren't bad at all. Just getting lost a few times on the portages, that was the only hiccups, but overall it was an excellent trip. Thanks for watching.